Cherie Hanson here. I was thinking today about measuring sticks. When you're a child and you're growing, your parents put you against a wall and make a mark to show how much you had grown. Each of us has a way of monitoring the self to see how we are growing. When we're trapped in the 3D competitive world, what we measure ourselves for is, do I have more perceived power? Am I in a place where, people are giving me gifts and rewards? I want rewards for everything. Or are we in a place where we're carefully monitoring our spiritual growth? So for me, Christmas is always a time of measuring. Is this Christmas like last Christmas, the Christmas before, the last 10 years? And I look back into the old times, the other Christmases, to see how far I've come. Right now, I'm very, very proud of myself. I feel so content with my life. I feel so at peace with my life. I'm not doing something which had a button outside of me that was pushed. Like there's the button. Get your Christmas decorations. Get all the food that'll sabotage your body. Do the things that will make you feel like you're just like everybody else, or do the things that are rebellious so that you don't feel like you're just like anybody else. And so you get to a place where you just go from hour to hour. What do I feel like doing now? What calls me in this time? And it's so much easier. You're not sliding down a hillside on a thin plastic toboggan over boulders. It's just smooth. And so the question for me, as I look at my Christmas this year and my Christmases in the past, my Christmases in the 6 different formations of families that I have lived through, is that I have found a way of living that I don't have to defend. I don't have to judge myself for. I'm not being like the 20-year-old that I used to be, where you go to a party and you're drinking alcohol, although alcohol makes you feel like crap and you're hungover for 2 days if you have 1 glass of wine. I have to do what other people expect of me. Why? So I can like myself, is the answer. So I'm getting to a place where I just like myself. It's just like, what do I want to do today? I go like, I want to go up to the women's shelter thrift store and see if I can find some more candles. And I'm going to work out. And I had such a beautiful meditative sweep of my front room today. That's something I learned at the Birken Forest Monastery. Sweeping can really connect you to spirit. You just stay in your body, you stay in the now, you watch the broom, you see what the broom is doing, and it becomes a metaphor. I am clearing up the confusion, the little hard pebbles, the dust, the cat hair. I am clearing it up with this movement of my broom and of my body. And for a while there, I really was feeling, I would say the word was apologetic for my calling to live a more contemplative life, to study more, to be able to live in the spiritual domain, to get to a place where I'm not fluctuating up and down like some horror movie where the elevator is suddenly plunging to the ground. It's like, so to come to a place where I accept that that is something I've always been interested in. I remember when I was quite young and my mother took me to a church that had a picture of Jesus Christ on the cross at the front of the church. And I don't know, I was really young. And I began to cry. And she said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "We kill people when we're not kind." And she's just looking at me like, who gave me this child? It's just like, what is this human I have in my household? But that is something that is deeply embedded in my soul. The urge to find a way to live peacefully, to find a way to not be controlled by outside people, outside influences. And so many things just light me up and give me that sense of the beauty of spirit. The voice does. When I hear somebody singing and they're just flooded with this magical gift of music. When I went to see Wicked, I felt that way. When I go for a walk and the wind is spectacularly cold, all of these things reinforce in me that there is support for walking a more spiritual, focused path. It's there. It's just, I was never conditioned to see it when I was younger. There was nothing in my culture that pointed me to it. But I'm feeling it now very, very strongly. And I wanted to read to you today a poem that I wrote about creating our own reality. The design of your world, which I wrote in a download. Okay. It's here in the page. Sorry about that. How focused are you? Honey? Apparently not very. Okay, this is about December. December is the miraculous magic breath of white escaping the lungs. December is the sheltered pillars of darkness at dawn and again at 3 p.m. The pine trees bristle in the suddenness of cold wind, and clouds are marbled with the universal colors suddenly shifting. December is the shelter of totally alone. The long walks along the deserted beach with the lake stretching out beyond the encaptured structure of the people in their swimming costumes. December is silent. The boards shifting in my tiny house suddenly write themselves into being, and I listen to the sound of the alertness, the monitoring of its existence, the warmth in the room turning itself on and off. December is a meditation. And so I compare this December to other Decembers, this Christmas to other Christmases, and realize that I have come to a place where I've been able to create a sanctuary in my mind, because that's the only sanctuary that exists. It's not my house. It's not what money I'm making. It's not what accolades I get or don't get. It's none of that. It's as simple as sitting and breathing and feeling like I've come home. I want to thank you for watching my videos. I want to thank you for your comments, kind comments, your thumbs up. And I am here if you would like some life coaching. I've got a lot of life. I've got a lot of life experience. And I would be available to help you form a contract with yourself, a goal with yourself, a plan to fall in love with yourself. Just get a hold of me. I work very remotely. I'm so remote, way out there. And I want to end by saying, I appreciate you.